This is funny.
Hey guys,
Hi.
I'm Kyle Powell. This is my mother, Isabel Bazana. Normally this is the Ottawa Martial Arms Society, but right now I just showed my mother an old website that I used to go to back in the day called 4chan. Some of you may know it, some of you may not. She was really intrigued by the idea of what are people like when they have no labels, no filters, when they're completely anonymous and can say and do pretty much anything.
I think it's cool.
Yes, now we're going through 4chan and I'm explaining terms and we're going through nostalgia. For those of you who may have done 4chan in the past, I just explained things about like what happened with Habbo Hotel, with Afro Duck, and closing off the pool. You look fantastic. It's fine.
No, I was having a little fun. Okay, so I'm gonna cut in here.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go back just a little bit because this is really cool. It's going back down memory lane for Kyle when he first started all this, and oops, wet. And it's really cool because I'm asking questions as we go along. And for example, it starts off with prove you are an old fag. Explain what an old fag.
Yeah, and I had to explain it. She was like, "Oh, so it's like an old fag, like an old guy who's gay." I'm like, "No. It means
No,
somebody who was a user on the website in its early days." And I explained that there's a lot of really disparaging terms that are used on 4chan that mean really good things, like old fag.
Like old fag. So I asked him because the first thing, I don't know if Kyle will turn the camera and just show us
Let's see if we.
the LimeWire. Let me see. Yeah, we're good. Okay, good. Back. So I said, LimeWire, do you remember that? And he said,
Yeah, I used to use that like way back.
no, he went, oh my God, yes, I do remember. That's what you did. That was what you did.
Yeah.
Okay, so now there's somebody replies, says, lost in nostalgia.
I nostalgia, as in like
I nostalgia, like
an I laugh I lose kind of thing, but it's like if you get nostalgia you lose.
that's that stupid look I get on my face.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's not the way I understood it. But anyways.
Yeah.
So why does he say get off LAN?
Well, LAN is local area network, and it was like the main way you would play computer games in the 90s, and I guess still early 2000s, but mostly the 90s, before there was a lot of internet multiplayer.
Okay, so then somebody posts Afro Duck.
Yeah, and that's how we got into Habbo Hotel, where we used to go and you dress up basically.
He's old.
Yeah, I am kind of old. You used to dress
I'm
up
older.
in suits and then go close down the pool and whatnot. And yes, you should be older as my mother.
Yeah,
I
right.
think it's a
Didn't
good
you
thing.
hope so?
Right?
Okay, yes. Okay, so Afro Duck was like there was a duck.
Yeah, there
eventually.
was a duck statue in the pool deck, and one person got to stand basically behind the duck and make an afro for it.
Why is it just me on here? Like
Well, I guess I'm
Okay.
here too. It's a little more
Okay.
difficult.
Well, okay, so next one. So it says, remember when? Okay, that I had a hard time.
Yeah, when Viacom wasn't raping YouTube on a daily basis. And I'm pretty sure Viacom is some sort of American internet service provider. But then I'm also not 100% sure either.
So we're gonna move along.
Yeah, well, we'll have to.
It does not have to be a 45-minute video, right?
No, we don't really know.
Okay, so even the PPVs.
Well, what's the picture? It looks like.
We have that stupid look on our faces.
Yeah, it's probably not good. I think it looks like a computer, just in parts.
Software, right?
All right, hold on. So you guys take a look at that. Tell me if you think what you think it looks like. To me, it looks like just the basics of a computer that was like hand built or something.
So even the PPVs. Next, it says.
Ann Hero, Sage. So Ann Hero is.
I would have said Sage. Why did you say Sage?
Because there's a whole thing. I don't even remember what it means, honestly. Sage.
Okay, because I would have said Sage.
I think Sage. No, Sage is. It's something you can. It was like a
It's not a
post.
spice, though. It's not a spice.
No,
It's
it was
not
like a
sage.
secret command you could type in the chat box, so that you could reply, but it wouldn't bump the post back up to the top. It was basically a way of replying
seriously
without
going on.
giving any
Somebody took some-
any contribution to it.
Okay.
So it was like you could be like, "Oh, this post sucks," but it wouldn't keep making it popular.
Okay.
And then Ann Hero is a reference to Well, long story short, it's a reference to this kid. I think his name was Mitchell, and he was bullied, and he ended up killing himself.
Oh.
So, Anhero is a reference for basically go kill yourself.
Oh, that's not nice.
No, it's not nice at all.
I don't like that.
No, people.
I'm not happy.
But remember, you told me a long time ago,
I have a
Kyle.
que-
People are mean.
No, that's not
Or
what
people
I said.
can be mean.
No, that's not what I said. I'm gonna tell you
Children
guys
are
a little
horrible
story,
monsters?
Little story, okay? Kyle goes to a high school dance.
Oh Jesus.
Okay, Kyle has his heart set on this high school dance. I'm telling you, he was pumped. He was excited. Goes to the high school dance. He was back within an hour and a half, bawling his eyes out. I think he was grade 8, right?
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
okay, he comes through the door and he's crying his head off. And I said, "What's wrong, sweetheart?" And he said, "Mommy, it's not what I expected it was going to be." So Kyle had this illusion of a high school dance, and it just never turned out to be. And then he says, "The kids were mean," and I held him in my arms.
And then the
And I-
birds.
Can I finish?
No.
And then I said, "Sweetheart, I want you to know, just right now, is that kids are the meanest human beings on earth." And I did say that they don't purposely mean to be mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that they have to find their place in society. And right now, all they know is the only way that they can figure out what the limits are is by testing the limits.
Yeah, it's like I look back in retrospect and I feel like as a teenager, you just don't have all the tools. You haven't been taught how to properly handle all your emotions. You have tons of hormones racing through your system at all times.
But we can't teach you that, Kyle, because as a parent, and I as a parent, tried to tap into everything that I've ever lived and tried to pass that on to you. And somewhere, I can only give you what I've lived, right? So if you're living something else, there's no possible way for me to fill in the gaps, the blanks, let's say. And trust me, I've lived a lot of stuff, and I filled in a lot of blanks, but I prepared my children, and I think that I prepared my children realistically.
Yeah, I definitely would always say real talk was my mother's parenting style, because like she said, she's got a lot of experiences. She's been in a lot of different situations. When she tells me, to avoid certain life choices, I don't even. Can we show that on YouTube? I don't even know.
No, it's grape juice.
Well, it's actually grape juice. Yeah, it's grape
Well,
juice.
it is. It's
We could
pure-
even just edit this.
No, but it's okay. They can't. No, it's grape juice. But it was a joke. I don't overindulge. Anyway.
I've completely lost my train of thought
Okay.
now.
So, anyways, we were talking about what I prepared you guys for in life.
Yes, and I was saying that it was a lot more believable, and the lessons were a lot more concrete because I knew that she had been there. She had experienced it firsthand, and it wasn't just something she had been told to follow or that she followed because somebody else did and she looked up to them. It was something that she had experienced firsthand.
Because, as well, is that when I had children, I decided that I was going to do things differently. Really differently, because I was never parented. And I took on that role very seriously, but I wasn't going to bullshit them. And something that was really important was, and we were talking about that earlier, is that I set boundaries for my kids. And boundaries are very important for children so that they know where the safe line is. Because if there's no boundaries, children will always continue to push the boundaries. And they're pushing the boundaries only to find out where the safe place is.
Well, it's like you're saying about stability. It's, you push the boundaries and then parents are like, no, you can't do that. And then you push the boundaries again and they go, okay, well, this time it's okay. Well, then you lose confidence in where those boundaries are and you start to push the boundaries just to try searching for stability.
No, it's actually a real safety. children need to feel safe.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like how I've described, here and stuff. It's when things aren't stable, I can't focus on anything because I, I just not the right mindset for it. Everything is spinning. It's out of control. How can I stop and do other things?
And you know what, Kyle? Can I? Mm-hmm. Kyle's 30 years old, and I'm a little older. That's funny, but I can still find ways to parent Kyle, because as a parent, when you become a parent, you never stop being a parent. So those parents that are out there and say, you know what, my kids are gone and I'm done, it's not true, because a parent is a parent for the rest of their lives. A child is somebody's child for the rest of their lives. So our duty, our job, our responsibility is for a lifetime. It never stops. And I take pride in the fact that even today, I'm able to be there with Kyle. And he's had some difficult years. But today, I go, okay, so let's go back to the basics. We're going to put some boundaries. We're going to set up some what am qu'est-ce que j'essaie de dire?
Honestly, I don't know, but
So
I feel like
there-
if I let you keep going, you're going to paint me like a 5-year-old.
No.
I know, no.
But and that's not what I'm trying to do.
Absolutely
because
not.
Kyle's a
The
very
term I
intelligent, independent individual with a huge intelligence, great heart. He kind of lost himself a little bit for a while, and that's okay, because life made it so that he came back, and I'm able to assist him, accompany him, to find his way, his path again. But at the same time, Kyle is also helping me through something very difficult, and I appreciate the fact that he is who he is with the heart that he has, which I kind of gave him. But anyways, I'm not gonna,
Well, actually, I'm going to continue from that point.
Okay, yes, but anyways, what I'm trying to say is that even at 30, I'm still able to contribute into that what I was saying regarding boundaries, because even when you lose yourself, you have to go back to the beginning, set yourself some boundaries as an adult, as an old person, regardless. In order, if you lose yourself, take a step back, reevaluate, set some boundaries, set some goals, and stay within that in order to redevelop good habits. And I'm going to be done with that. But I got so much more to talk about. So anytime you guys want to talk to me, I'm
It's pretty much everything my mother said.
a talker.
That's okay though. I mean, it's good lessons, and it's what I want to instill in my kids when I have them is, that reasonability, that listening, that talking, treating them like a person, and
There's a whole other chapter
that
regarding
whole thing
that.
of
That's
not
very
of when you
important.
never stop being a parent. Your role as a parent evolves though.
Yeah.
So I very much see you as more of a life coach role, using your experience to help me build habits and to guide me away from pitfalls that you can see me heading towards, because you've been, in places I've been. Am I right?
No,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. But at the same time, you're able to contribute and help me through other difficulties.
And that to me is because I'm younger, I have fresher memories of all the lessons you instilled in me as a kid, and I think that we try to instill in our children the best of our values, the best version of ourselves.
That's what we should.
And so for me, I can be here and I can remind you of that best version of yourself that you taught me I should be.
Yeah.
And remind you when you aren't living up to things that you want to be valuing.
Yeah, right. So we complement each other very well, but I'm just going to leave it like this. But if there's any questions, if there's another subject you guys want us to discuss as mother and son, I mean, we talk for hours anyways. So if there's any pertinent
I mean,
questions,
literally,
if there's something, anything.
send us anything, and we'll just film ourselves talking about it if you want, and we'll see what kind of crazy tangent we go off on, because I think we got maybe 4 posts into that 4chan thread, and then we ended up on parenting.
Yeah, I know. But we do this all the time. We'll be watching a documentary, and it's a 25-minute documentary, and the two of us will take like 3 hours because we'll stop, we'll discuss, we'll analyze, and but it's cool. It's a lot of fun. I'm very proud of my son. I have another boy. He's littler.
Yeah.
He's a little bit younger. Yeah, and I'm very proud of both my boys. They're awesome. I'm happy.
Well, we're gonna go back to this. Thanks for joining us, guys, and hopefully we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.